How long should someone be doing a carnivore diet or a ketogenic diet to fix your broken gut? The hormones are next, but let's talk about the gut. Welcome everyone. It's another nightly video. Today I want to talk about your broken gut. What is it? And how long does it take for one of these meat-based diets to fix the gut? Now, a lot of people are walking around with a weak gut wall and they don't know it. People say do a carnivore diet, it's going to fix everything. Meat heals. They feel great at first and then they don't feel so great anymore. So what gives? Okay. Plants like whatever plant. Spinach has oxalates. We've got nightshades, potatoes, lectins, saponins, tannins, and teas. Bunch of anti-nutrients. But the interesting thing is we can tolerate, let's take oxalates. So Sally Norton wrote these books on oxalate buildup or oxalic acid binding to calcium and people developing calcium or crystals in their kidneys, in their liver, issues with their joints, their vulva, their muscle tissue, crusties in the eyes, pain you can't figure out where it's coming from. And so everybody started thinking it was oxalate buildup from eating spinach or dark chocolate or sweet potato or stevia or just greens in general. But that's not true. We actually have the ability to clear out oxalates, but it's all contextual. For example, if you're drinking green smoothies and coming from the world of veganism, you're not going to purge out the oxalates so quickly. It's going to take time, and then you have to be careful to not stop these foods right away because your body just starts to dump it. Then the symptoms get worse before they get better. But I digress. A lot of your symptomology is not oxalates, but leaky gut. So when you decide to drop out all these plants and do a meat-based diet or even a ketogenic diet, people might feel good at first because you're taking away these high histamine foods and a compromised gut that is used to barfing out high levels of histamine without taking it down through diamine oxidase. Then people start feeling bad. When you have big open holes in the gut wall, then now big particles of food get into the bloodstream and the body freaks out. Then you start to notice all these symptoms like tired, headache, pain, itchy, mucus, bunch of weird bloat, diarrhea, constipation. Eating meat alone can't fix the gut wall, just cannot. Let me list some of the other things you need to consider. Sleep really early. Deep sleep, circadian rhythm, deep sleep early because your body starts to repair while you sleep. So even if you sleep 8 hours because you go to bed at midnight and wake up at 8, that's going against the circadian rhythm. That null and voids the whole thing. You have to follow a circadian rhythm. When the sun goes down, you go down. Okay. Sleeping early. Your electrolytes. If you guys aren't getting enough fluid within the cells, the inflammation that comes from that is unreal. Not moving enough and having toxins build up, you can't drain it out through your lymphatic system. Estrogen dominance because your liver is fatty, so don't do carnivore and a bunch of fruit if your liver enzymes are elevated and you're dehydrated. That's not going to fix the gut wall. Stress from heavy metals, stress from toxins, pesticides, cadmium, lead, all of these things can keep that wall weak, and doing meat alone is not going to heal you. So of course you're going to have to do a chelating heavy metal detox. You're going to have to go to bed early. You're going to have to do things like potentially maybe some red light therapy if you don't have a melasma problem. Sweating, vitamin D. There are certain things that will pull out heavy metals like bentadynamite clay. People are like, what? I'm talking about the weak gut wall. Then there is staying away from garbage food. Grass-fed. Grass-fed. Drinking high-quality water, reverse osmosis or distilled water. And then taking some Celtic sea salt and just putting it under your tongue, because it's going to absorb quickly within the bloodstream. Your blood sugar must be incredibly stable, eating every 3 hours if you have dysglycemia, which most of you do. Eating things like liver with high levels, not high, but enough zinc and copper ratio. Also, oysters can help with that. All of these things are going to help heal the gut. Now, people talk about glutamine, collagen. These things can be beneficial, but sometimes people with histamine will react to those desiccated proteins. So eating fresh, wet-hung liver, that's the way. If you can tolerate egg yolks, fish eggs, these things will help. But eating every 3 hours is incredibly key. Getting in tons of fat, taking your protein down, eating every 3 hours. These are the ways that you heal the gut wall. You can get your vitamin C from liver and from oysters or oyster extract. Getting into ketosis, major. High quality food, major. Getting out the toxins. Let's make it a part 1 and I'm out. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic, Facebook fan page, Stephanie the Business Person. I do run a course where I cover all of this stuff and have live Q&As and post-course lessons and workouts. You can also sign up for a consultation if you feel like you're stuck and need help getting beyond the plateau. And I'm out because it's late and I'm tired and I got a house to build tomorrow because I'm doing some of the work, which is why my hands are destroyed. But that's okay because I feel rewarded with the standing on the ground of, let's put it this way, hard work. And I'm out. Energy-ish.